This is the Art of Resistance Conference. It's the first political artist conference that we know of. And we really had the idea because we've been doing so many things around art with the current political crisis. And when people do protests and they do political statements, they call the artists. We've had everything from spoken word to film and video to a lot of visual art techniques, from collage to printmaking to theater, many forms of theater and dance and music. It's been like a little cultural festival.
This struggle that we are all deeply engaged in has been going on for many centuries. And artists have been taking the risk to talk about these issues, often risking their lives, in order to speak to a large community and to raise consciousness.
Yeah, I'm an artist and an acupuncturist and an activist, and I'm here to connect up with other people and to see the history of activism and see what people are doing today and how I can work in the world, because it's such a horrific situation. And
people are really understanding the power of art, and I'm an artist in terms of, social protest, and I think that it makes me really happy to see so many people acknowledge that, and not only acknowledge that but put it in practice in all the manifestations that art can have.
And I am here at the Art and Resistance Conference because I'm an artist. I love experimenting with all sorts of mediums, and I'm here to learn and hear stories from other artists and just get inspired by other people.
You learn to, work with your puppet, and you learn to move with your puppet. So what do I do now?
Put it face down on that fabric.
It's my personal feeling that signs are public art, and they should look nice, and nice looking things just get your point across a lot better.
The original idea was a conference where political artists from all mediums and all issues, whatever political art means, basically art with a message, art with direct statement that's directly confronting or addressing the reality, the political situation, social situation, community today. So for those artists to be able to come together and mostly to share, to be able to network amongst themselves and also to share their skills, which are hard to come by.
I was really amazed that this many people could get together to discuss the idea of using art as their form of resistance.
I want to make people cry and sing and come all at the same time.
Slam poetry is a tool.
The suspect is black and is midlife to early living. If you see this man, please do not hesitate to avoid or avert eye contact at all costs. Put your purse in or pocketbook and cross the street if we repeat. This man is armed with consciousness. Warning, he may appear as a poet.
It skips the mind and hits the heart, and that's where I find art effective in mobilization, and the details can come later if you're a credible source and you're down in the trenches and they see you organizing.
We can't eat art, but it feeds us, and art is like green trees, like you need art to survive. And if your conception of revolution is you're going to undo power, you're going to create a free society in the here and now, and the way in which you create that free society determines the type of society you're going to create, then art is absolutely central to that.
As an environmental educator using music, I keep coming back to compassion. It has to be compassion, because we've got so much good information. There's tons of
Determines the type of society you're going to create, then art is absolutely central to that.
As an environmental educator using music, I keep coming back to compassion. There has to be compassion, because we've got so much good information. There's tons of information, factual information. Why hasn't everybody come around? Why hasn't everybody changed their minds? What's at the root of the emotions and anger, the anger that we're all carrying around, recognizing that and getting through that to a place of compassion is really a challenge that I see.
What art is it's a non-violent method of sharing these ideas. The idea of using art as opposed to weaponry of explosive force is a deeper change. The idea of getting at someone's heart and soul, you don't have to kill the person, you just have to kill the idea. And it's amazing to me how many people came together on that same idea, the idea that we can change people's minds.